Hello, good evening Tribuners. Welcome back with me Mutiara in Indonesian News of Tribun Lampung. We will present you an updating and interesting information from every place in Indonesia. And here the complete news. The first news is a truck driver suspected being the victim of a shooting by the Papuan armed criminal group was found dead. The body of the same truck driver, Nober Palintin, 31 years old, who was allegedly shot by the armed criminal group, was finally found on Thursday, May 12, 2022. Nober's body was found by the resident of the top along with the security force on the bank of the river in Gome district. Nober is the victim of a shooting in Ilaga River, Ilaga District, Puncak Regency, Papua, on Wednesday, May 11, 2022. The head of the Papuan Regional Police, Police Inspector General Matius Devakiri, said that at first the officers heard the sound of a series of gunshots coming from the direction of Ilame River. When the officer checked the location, they only found an empty truck previously driven by Nober Palintin. At the time of the incident, Nober was known to be taking sand material in Ilame River. The team also conducted a search to find Nober. The search was hampered by rain and was resumed on Thursday. Officers finally found Nober in a lifeless condition. The next news is the perpetrators of the kidnapping dozens of children were finally caught by the police. 28 years old Abi Rizal Afif was arrested by the police after kidnapping dozens of children. He is known to have kidnapped 12 boys. 3 of the victims experienced immoral acts. Bogor Resort Police said Abi admitted that he had been arrested for terrorism case. Bogor Resort Police Chief Police Grand Commissioner Ajudan Iman Imanuddin Abi said, based on his confession, he had been detained at the Gunung Sindur prison. In prison, he claimed to have been a bodyguard for Habib Bahar. Abi has been wanted by the police for several weeks in a kidnapping case. The children he kidnapped were allegedly bullied and abused. Abi admitted that he had been a victim of immorality as a child. For that, he had the heart to repeat it as an adult, and the victims were small children. Not only that, Abi claimed to have joined the Hizbut Tahrir Indonesia organization and had attended training in Poso, Central Sulawesi. The next news is the Prince's house in the Solo Palace was confiscated by Attorney General's office. Dalam Kusumo Bratan, which is a Prince house in the Solo Palace area located in Gajahan Village, Kliwon Market, Solo City, on Thursday, May 12, 2022, was confiscated by the Attorney General's office. On the confiscation sign, it was written that the building was confiscated in connection with the corruption case of the Taspen Life Insurance Company. At that location, a red sign has been installed with the words, "This land or building has been confiscated by the Attorney General's Office investigators." The head of Gajahan Village, Suyono, confirmed the confiscation of land in his area. According to him, the confiscation was carried out around 10 o'clock a.m. According to Suyono, the area of land confiscated was almost 10,000 square meters. Even so, he doesn't know exactly who the current owner of Dalam Kusumo Bratan is. According to him, so far the land is in the name of the foundation. Inside is a house, but it hasn't been inhabited for a long time. Previously, the Attorney General's office had detained the former president, director, and chairman of the investment committee of Taspen Life Insurance Company, Mario Sosu Mariono, in connection with the case. The next news is the police managed to find one suspect in the coal mining accident case of the PMG company. In the case of a coal mining accident at the Pipit Muara Jaya company at the summit, the Bulungan Reserve Police have named one suspect. The landslide incident in the coal mine area of the Pipit Mutiara Jaya company in Sengkong village, Sesayap Hilir District, Tanah Tidung Regency resulted in one fatality on Monday, March 22, 2022. This was revealed by the head of the Bulungan Reserve Police, Police Grand Commissioner Adjutant Ronaldo Maradona, after the Criminal Investigation Unit team on Tuesday, May 12, 2022, yesterday afternoon, conducted an examination of 12 people in charge of the PMG company. Police Grand Commissioner Adjutant Ronaldo Maradona said that one suspect who worked at the PMG company had the initial GR as the head of mining engineering. According to Police Grand Commissioner Adjutant Ronaldo Maradona, regarding the administrative documents for the mining operation location permit belonging to the PMG company there are. Then if new potential suspects are found due to the negligence of workers in a coal mine belonging to the PMG company, said Police Grand Commissioner Adjutant Ronaldo, the investigation process is still ongoing. Furthermore, Police Grand Commissioner Adjutant Ronaldo said that the beginning of the landslide and causing fatalities was because PMG company did not follow the direction of mining consultant expert from Azambara Energy Company. For information, Police Grand Commissioner Adjutant Ronaldo said that the occurrence of landslide at the coal mine site had also happened to PMG company several years ago. Meanwhile, said Police Grand Commissioner Adjutant Ronaldo, currently the heavy equipment operating at the site of landslide mine belonging to PMG company is still on hold. The next news is the 9th State Elementary School building is very worrying. The government asked the government to immediately rebuild the 9th State Elementary School building, which is now in disrepair. The request came from the head of the 9th State Elementary School Committee, Darwin Arinee, who had just been elected since the beginning of this year to replace the old committee chairman who left his job. The cracking of the school building was due to the soil being not good because it was unstable, causing the foundation to move so that the walls of the building cracked. He revealed that there are 3 buildings, namely 2 buildings for 5 classrooms and 1 other building for teachers' room and a library. He recounted that the school building there used to be an emergency, then after the parents consulted, they gave up the land so that a permanent school building could be built. The building, which is now heavily damaged, was built around 2005 years ago with only 3 rooms, and over time, 2 more rooms and a library were added. The students there are mostly from the 9th area, taking some students from the outskirts of the Burayan and Uipaha regions. He did not know whether it would be rebuilt according to their request or not, because since 2018 years ago, the building began to crack and they had submitted a proposal to the local government, but there was no response at all. When asked about the attention of the Education Office, he admitted that he was the new committee chairman, but because he was a student parent, he knew that the Education Office had stepped in and conducted a survey at the school. The next news is a number of workers held a demonstration in the framework of the May Day Fiesta. A number of elements of workers held a demonstration to celebrate the May Day Fiesta, which was held at the Gelora Bung Karno Stadium, Central Jakarta, on Saturday, May 14, 2022. According to Tribun News monitoring at the location, until 9:15 a.m., the mass action continued to arrive and gather beside the TVRI building. They will conduct a long march to the House of Representatives of the Republic Indonesia. From the top of the common car, the orator asked the crowd to line up neatly to maintain a smooth flow of traffic. In addition, the orator asked the crowd to remain calm while waiting for the arrival of the President of the Confederation of Indonesian Trade Unions. Meanwhile, several elements of workers who were present could be seen from the flag they carried, namely the Confederation of Indonesian Trade Unions, the Indonesian Peasant Union, and the Federation of Indonesian Metal Workers Union. The last uses, Ambon Major becomes suspect in bribery case. Ambon Major Richard Louhenapesi had been named a suspect in the alleged bribery case regarding the approval of the principal permit for the construction of a mini-market retail branch in the year 2022 in Ambon City and the receipt of gratitudes. Apart from Richard, the Corruption Eradication Commission has also named two more suspects, namely the administrative staff of Ambon City government leader Andrew Erin Hehanusa and an Ambon City mini-market employee named Amri. The head of the Corruption Eradication Commission, Firly Bahuri, said that this case has been in the investigation stage since the beginning of April 2022. In the construction of the case, it was stated that in the period of 2020, Richard, who served as a Major Ambon for the period of 2017 and 2022, had the authority, one of which was related to approval of the principal permit for the construction of retail branches in Ambon City. In the process of obtaining the permit, the Corruption Eradication Commission suspected that Amri was actively communicating and held a meeting with Richard so that the permit process could be immediately approved and issued. Following up on Amri's request, Richard then ordered the head of Public Works and Public Housing of the Ambon City government to immediately process and issue various permit applications, including a business place permit, a trading business permit. For each permit document that was approved and issued, Richard requested that a minimum nominal value of 25 million rupiah be submitted using a bank account belonging to Andrew, who was Richard's confidant. Well, I think that's all the news for today with me, Mutiara. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.